Welcome to Tour Tuesday, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this rainy April morning. Evening. Gosh, I don't want to do this day over. It was very busy. I need to end the day and start tomorrow. It's good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us. We have an exciting lineup of tours to talk to you about today. We are going to talk about 3 great tours. You might wonder what they have in common. I can tell you, but I'll tell you the tours first. So let's see, I even have them written down. So we're here to talk about 3 tours: Rock Legends of St. Louis, Missouri, Adirondack, New York Rail and Sail, and Jamaica, Riu Palace all-inclusive. So what do these tours have in common? Are you thinking? I have no idea. Anyone want to guess? No. Well, it's very hard to guess. I don't even know if my travel advisors know what these 3 tours have in common. Here it is. You're going to be like, oh, well, we partnered on all 3 of these tours with our friends at US Tours Company. So US Tours and our friend Sharon, say hi, Sharon.
Hello, everyone.
Sharon and her team put all these tours together for us. And that's why we put them all on a Tour Tuesday to talk to you about today. So this wonderful Rock Legends of St. Louis, Missouri special event, a special Adirondack, New York Rail and Sail itinerary that they do a great job with. So we trust them to put it all together. And then they have a great relationship with the Riu Palace in Jamaica. So they put this trip together for us. So that's what these trips have in common. So now you know the answer. Hopefully you'll stick with us. And let me introduce Sharon. Well, I sort of just reintroduce her or tell you all, you may recognize her because Sharon's been here once, twice.
3 times, I think.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the
So this is
lady.
your 4th time?
I think so.
Oh my God, amazing. She definitely wins the award for most Tour Tuesdays for a partner of ours. So thank you very much for coming back, Sharon. And just to remind us about US Tours and what you guys do.
So we are always so excited to share our tours with our friends at Star. We partner with Star also on group tours, and so happy that we are able to share some of our retail product as well. US Tours, we are a tour operator. We do just group tours around the world. We do cruises, international, and as you see with Riu Palace, we have some new all-inclusive resorts on our website as well. So always exciting to be here and share our group packages with our friends at Star.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming back. Yeah, you know, we have our own tour planning department, but if we think that other people can do it better, why not? So we can partner with those folks at US Tours. They don't own buses. They're not they're not in competition with us. They're actually here to help us grow our business, and in turn we will help them grow their business. So it's a great relationship, and we're pleased that Sharon is here today. So let's get started. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me just jump. Let me jump back for a second. I feel like I forgot to do this last time. I'm Sandy Borowski, by the way. I'm your host for this evening. I'm the 3rd generation owner of Star Tours, and I am responsible for our tour division. I have some great people that I work with on this call with us today. So if you see them raising their hands, Sandy Gallucci, say hi, Sandy. Sandy is our travel advisor, one of our travel advisors. She's actually the lead in that department. So she's got lots of different responsibilities. And she works very closely with Samantha Kelly. Say hi, Samantha. There's Samantha, also a travel advisor in our office. I see we have some tour directors with us. I see Penny Rudolph is here. There she is. She's waving. And I thought I saw another tour director, but she may have popped off. So we'll see if she comes back. So we as a team want to be here. We want to learn more We want to interact with you. And then there's some of us that if they can't be here tonight, they'll watch it after. And as you know, all of these Tour Tuesdays can be found in our library at startours.com/Tour Tuesday. So without further ado, we are going to start with Rock Legends of St. Louis, Missouri. I'm sure I reminded you, but I lived in St. Louis, Missouri, and I just love, 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 love St. Louis. I have ridden to the top of that arch. I was there for 7 years, and I have super fond memories. And they didn't have that Drury Inn at the arch when I was there, and it's just a fantastic hotel that we stay in. Anyway, this trip is called Rock Legends of St. Louis, Missouri. It's in August 25th through 30th. It's 6 days, 5 nights. It includes 5 breakfasts and 1 dinner. And you can see the prices there. And this is a tour, again, that US Tours put together for us. And Sharon's going to take us through it and sort of give you some background and tell us about this tour and the event or the events that are within this tour. So take it away, Sharon.
Thank you, Sandy. So one thing that US Tours has in our product line are special events. And we host these throughout the year and sell them to our motor coach partner friends who then bring their groups to these events. One of our brand new events for this year, going into this year, we decided something new, Rock Legends of St. Louis. So everybody's probably thinking, I didn't know rock music was from St. Louis. And once I get done with my presentation, it'll all come together, I promise you. So this is an exciting tour. It is a special event, like Sandy said before. So basically, there will be not only Star Tours there, but other groups as well coming in to take advantage of the exclusive special events that we have planned over the couple days that we're in St. Louis. So for your particular tour, on day 1, you actually have to overnight in Grove City, Ohio on the way because the drivers only can drive for so many hours. So we need to take that stop. And in Grove City, you will stay at a Drury Inn and Suites. These are just absolutely the best hotels. I love them. When you get there, you'll see and you'll understand why we just love Drury Inns. They offer the kickback each night at 5:30. And that is kind of like we always call it like a little reception on steroids because they have really great food. They have some beverages available and it's all free for you to enjoy right at the hotel. A lot of groups use this as their dinner because it is so robust and they offer so many different things. So you'll take advantage of that once you get to the hotel. As well, the hotel is centrally located, so you do have options within walking if you wanted to choose something different for your dinner this evening since you are on your own. Then the next morning, we'll take advantage of their great breakfast at the hotel before we depart for St. Louis. This really is a full travel day to get to St. Louis. But you know, we take our time, we do the comfort stops that we need, the lunch stop on your own, all included and methodically figured out so that you know, we know when you need a break. So we get to St. Louis later in the afternoon. You'll check in there using the Drury Inn at the Arch, as Sandy had mentioned before. Great hotel. Basically, you look out your window and you're right in the middle of the park, right at the Arch. Great location. You can see the picture in the lower left there, kind of shows the edge of the arch coming around the side of the building. This is just, like I said, really good hotel, indoor pool, that kickback every night. So just really good location for you to spend 3 nights here. So then this night, this is our first night of the special event. And you're going to have a chance to have dinner on your own. Like I said, you can use that kickback as a dinner, or you can go out if you so choose in the area of the hotel. But this is our first night, our first feature night of the event. And this night is the music of Tina Turner. And so here we go on our lesson of why it's Rock Legends in St. Louis. So I didn't know either. I knew Tina Turner was from Tennessee. So when we put this all together, I was like, how does she fit in with St. Louis? But Tina Turner did live in St. Louis when she was a teenager. And actually, that's where she met Ike Turner, who then became her husband. She actually performed in St. Louis as an older teenager, trying to, get her foot in the door with different groups that she was singing with, came across Ike. He agreed to let her sing vocals on the song Fool in Love, and they recorded it. It became a hit, and they left St. Louis and never looked back. So that is Tina Turner's tie to St. Louis. So this evening we do the concert, which is just amazing. We use tribute artists for all of our special events who are top-notch performers in their fields. Sandra, you're going to play the YouTube on this
I'm
one?
going to try.
Okay.
I'm not sure. YouTube can kind of be funky with playing music through Zoom. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
Can you see it?
No.
Can you hear it?
No.
Okay, hold on one second. Let's do this. Let's try it. Let's see. Tom. Can you hear it?
No.
Got to unmute yourself.
It doesn't play. It has to do with YouTube. It doesn't play YouTube through Zoom. And I need to do a little bit of research on that. So I apologize.
Do you have the link on your website?
I will. I don't think this link is on the website.
Okay.
And I can send it out. Do you guys
Sure.
think you want me to send it out? Because I can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
would be
Okay,
great.
good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll give you a real good idea of the lady that we use for the tribute artist. She's amazing. And like I said, you'll hear all of the sounds and the tunes that Tina Turner was known for. So I take the opportunity to watch it.
Awesome. Awesome. And the picture is just like fantastic. I just love it.
I love that outfit, right?
Where is the concert?
So that particular concert, and let me just make sure, because we use a couple different venues in St. Louis. Let's see if she has it noted here. Sorry about that.
And we can also come back to that too.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to that because he doesn't have it listed on what venue we're using. We use about 4 different venues across the city, so it depends on the number of people and how we have to coordinate the different performances. So
excellent.
We can get that. I'll get that for you.
Great.
So then on day 3 in the morning, breakfast again at the hotel, the Great Durian breakfast, and then today we're going to do a little touring. So you're going to go to historic St. Charles, Missouri. This is one of my favorite places, I think, that I love in that general area. We always go there when we visit St. Louis. So we get up to St. Charles. This is where Lewis and Clark started their expedition. In 1804. This is where they actually left from. So there is a museum here. It is the Lewis and Clark River Museum. You can go in there and it kind of explains not only this part of their expedition, but future parts of where they explored as well and as they moved west. So you'll really love this museum. And then you'll have some time on your own in the historic area, the brick-lined streets, the little shops and cafes, just a perfect area to kind of walk around and have some lunch on your own. And then in the afternoon is the best of the best. Obviously, this is the Arch. So if you are so inclined, we have included that ride to the top. I know if you're like my mom, she says, no, thank you. I'll stay down here and look up because she doesn't like the heights. It does go 630 feet high when you take that tram up to the top, and you'll see that perfect picture there that shows as you're kind of going over the arch area. It was founded in 1935, so it's not new. People think, oh, it's modern and it's new, and it really has been around for a very long time. And it is part of the National Park Service. And it was actually built to commemorate Thomas Jefferson and his vision of expanding the United States and the Western territories. So a lot of information here. They have a really great museum that you can go in as well. So great finish to the first day, full day of touring with a visit to the arch. And then in the evening, we have our second night of entertainment. So Chuck Berry was also from St. Louis. So we're tying Chuck Berry into this. He was born there in 1926. Of course, he is the father of rock and roll. So what better person to have a tribute artist to do our evening concert for us that night. You know, you can sing all the songs with him and you know them. It's funny, no matter how old or young you are, you can sing these songs, Johnny Be Good and Roll Over Beethoven. Some of them, Let's Twist Again. It's hard to say it without singing it, you know, one of those things. So we'll have a great night of entertainment. Feel free to get up and dance if you wish. Just a really fun event celebrating more rock and roll music of the area.
Love it. Love it.
Day 4, then we continue with exploring some of the music and the highlights of the area of St. Louis. So after breakfast, we're going to visit the Missouri History Museum, which now has a ragtime exposition going on. So tying in that ragtime music, which is really important to this area as well. The tour will take you by Scott Joplin's house. Of course, he was a composer, very well-known composer, and he also did live in St. Louis. We'll visit the National Blues Museum, again, tying in some more different types of music. And obviously, you know, I think everybody says, and it's funny, if you go to New Orleans, you go to Memphis, they'll say the blues is the base of all music. And so this is just a great museum to have here in St. Louis, and we wouldn't want to not take you here. So that's included in the afternoon. And then also you'll get to walk on the St. Louis Walk of Fame. So stars on the sidewalk, just like if you would go to Hollywood. St. Louis has over 150 stars of famous people from St. Louis in their star walk. So kind of exciting to see that. And those, as you walk, you go, oh, I didn't know they were from St. Louis. So lots of great history there.
Awesome.
So then we'll continue. You'll have lunch on your own in downtown, and there in that picture on the left, you can kind of see the stars as you walk down the main streets there. So you'll have lunch on your own, time for browsing around before you go back to the hotel. And then you have kind of the rest of the evening to be on your own. Because we know that by that point you're a little tuckered out after running around all these places and having all this entertainment. So we let you on your own this evening. You get yourself packed up and ready to go, spend some time with your friends that you've made, and get ready to depart tomorrow morning.
Yeah, this, I have to say, this street I probably walked down hundreds and hundreds of times. They did not, there were no stars when I lived there, but my college was 3 blocks away. So Blueberry Hill is it's the restaurant / bar that we all went to.
Yeah.
So a little memory lane there. So
That's cool. That's cool. It's like every college town has that street, you know. Funny. So day 5, we will, after breakfast, we'll check out of the hotel, get everybody loaded up, and travel back for an overnight stay in Grove City. Use the same Drury Inn, so you'll be familiar with the location at that point. We'll be there in time for the kickback, and you'll have the rest of the evening to relax, as it is a full day of travel. And then the final morning, after breakfast, we'll board the motor coach and head for home. And hopefully you'll all have great memories of St. Louis and the rock and roll of the area.
I love it. I love it. So we have 2 concerts. We have the Chuck Berry evening concert and the Tina Turner tribute concert. And then we have lots of sightseeing as it relates to music as well. Some Lewis and Clark history and St. Charles, lots of St. Louis. And of course, this wonderful downtown hotel that's within walking distance to lots of restaurants. Of course, the riverfront is right there where the arch is. We should check and see if there's if the Cardinals are in town, because it's also walkable to
The stadium, right?
to the stadium. Yeah. So and being there for 3 nights in the middle of August, I guess there's always a good shot that there'll be a baseball game in town. So lots of fun things to do on this trip. The tour director is Andy Byers. So she's super excited about this trip. We have 16 people booked on this trip so far, 36 seats available. It's a definite 16 people is a great number, and I expect that will probably double in the next couple months. So so join us on the Rock Legends. Does anybody have any questions about this St. Louis trip? Sharon, you did such a good job.
Awesome.
All right, if you guys think of any questions, we can come back at the end when I sort of open up for questions. And now let me share my screen again. We're going to start talking about the Adirondack, New York rail and sail trip, which, as you can see from the banner, was fully sold out in 2023. So this year we added 2, we have 2 departures, so two trips to the Adirondacks, and one of them is pretty much sold out already. So we have a couple choices for you, and we'll talk about which dates are available at the end, but we'll have a July departure and an August departure. It's a quick 3-day, 2-night trip with 4 meals. You can see the prices there, and lots to see and do on this trip. So and as you know, Sharon and her team planned it for us, so I'm going to have her take us through the itinerary.
And I'm not surprised, Sandy, that this one sold out, because this is just such a beautiful area. And there's so much to see and do, especially in the summertime. The weather is just perfect. So I'm not surprised that it sells out all the time for you. So day 1, we traveled to Utica, New York. And this is the area where we'll be spending the next couple days. On our way, we are going to stop in Rhinebeck for lunch on your own. And you see those pictures there at the top of the streets that are lined with the boutique shops, the local vendors, the local craftspeople who have storefronts, lots of little shops and restaurants and cafes along that area there. It's a little bit east of the river, so it's always to me it's always beautiful there. The weather, you get that nice little breeze most times in the city there. So just a great location for a stop to stretch your legs and do some walking around. Then once we leave there, we're going to go right up through and check into our hotel. The hotel for this particular tour, we're using the Delta Marriott in Utica, so it is downtown. Great property. You'll see a great picture there. They have a beautiful indoor pool, all the modern amenities of a hotel that you would find in a city at this point. Dinner this evening, we're going to just go up the street, not far from the hotel. We're going to go to Babe's Harbor Point Restaurant. Great local place, owned by local people, wonderful food, good menu choices for you to choose from. So great start to the day, or start to the tour on the end of the first day. Then on day 2, breakfast at the hotel, we include every day. And then we're going to get on our motor coach and we're going to go over to the train station, which is, they call it Union Station in downtown. And we are going to take the Adirondacks Scenic Railroad, and it's going to go from the Union Station to Old Forge, New York, which is the next stop on the train. It's about a 2.5-hour journey. You'll see a picture there on the top right-hand side of the train going across some of the trestles. So just beautiful scenery along the way. Lots of, just picturesque type places where you want to make sure you have your camera out. And that's a morning ride for us. So usually around lunchtime is when the train does get into Old Forge, where you'll have free time for walking around. Again, another little, they call it a shopper's dream. And I was wondering what that picture was. Are those bears in that picture, Sandy?
Yeah, it looks like totem pole type of style, but
okay.
bears. Yeah.
So this area is just overwhelmingly famous for a lot of local artisans, a lot of artists that do paintings, and they all have storefronts here. So just, they call it the shopper's dream. So you'll have time to explore some of that, time to have lunch on your own. And once we're done there, then we're going to go to and travel by bus. Our bus will be there to pick us up, and we'll go to Roquette Lake. And here you see the beautiful, we'll board the Roquette Lake dinner cruise, and you see the boat down there on the bottom right-hand side. This is such a special cruise. It's a small family-owned company owned by a husband and wife. The husband built the boat himself, which is totally unbelievable. So it's very family-oriented. They're very much hands-on, so it's a great experience. You have a wonderful meal. You can see the scenery there. Any time of the year, the scenery is beautiful on the lake. So it's just a really nice, relaxing evening out on the boat, enjoying a full 4-course meal. Sailing is about a total of 3 hours. It's one out and back. So just a really nice, relaxing time.
Great. Did you talk about Great Camp Sagamore?
Great Camp Sagamore. Did I miss it? Oh, geez, I missed it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, I went right to
I
the
think we
end.
go from Old Forge
So
to
we do. We go to Old Forge to Sagamore. Sorry, my bad. I missed it, and this is one thing that you don't want to miss. So we're going to go to Great Camp Sagamore, and this is an area in the Adirondacks. Been there since 1897. So has lots of history. It's right on the lake. You can see from those pictures, lots of wood, lots of earthy elements brought inside to the camp. This was one of several great camps in the Adirondacks area, because this was an area where a lot of wealthy people came to summer and to bring their families. So you have a lot of these great camps like this in the area, and this is one that's just great to tour and get to see how it really is still just beautiful over all this time.
so cool. I love the
Really?
concept. I love the concept.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Sorry, I missed that. So we go from Sagamore, then we go to the cruise at night. Then on day 3, after breakfast, we're going to check out. I know it's a quick whirlwind tour, but just a great little getaway, as Sandy said at the beginning. So we're going to travel to New Paltz, New York, where you're going to have time for lunch on your own. New Paltz is about a 2.5-hour ride. So, it's a little leisurely ride down to New Paltz. So you'll have lunch on your own there. And then once we're done with that, then we're going to just take a short ride. It's only about a half hour over to Hyde Park. And I know a lot of people always say, oh, I know what's there, Culinary Institute of America is so popular there. But there are so many other things in that area to see and do. And on this itinerary, we're going to take you to the home of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and the National Historic Site there. It is where he was actually born. And the home is still there. It is absolutely beautiful. You'll see some of the pictures there at the bottom. They do have, you know, his wheelchair there and some things that are historic, the things that everybody kind of equates with him. I don't think they have his dog. I wish they did, because I love Scotty dogs. But so you get to tour that. It is you know, has the home of the first presidential library there. So that's something included in this, so that you get to see that as well. And it's just really just a beautiful area, and something that everybody should actually be able to take part in. And as far as I think, I would love to take my kids there, because it's just such a big part of history. And
yeah, everybody always loves to be able to say that they went here, and it really is a special place to be. So
absolutely.
We're lucky that we were able to put it in this itinerary. The routing worked out well.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, it's you think back for its time, the property is just absolutely beautiful. And you know, it really is well maintained. And then we have a short ride home. So it's about 2.5 hours home. So a real quick weekend type style getaway for people who need that time in the summer to just go and relax. So.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So as I mentioned before, there's 2 departure dates. The July 26th departure date is escorted by Penny. Right now, we still have room on the bus. We're working on getting more rooms at the hotel. So we might put you on a wait list while we try to get those rooms. But right now there's about 41 people on that trip. I expect it will fill up as long as we can get rooms. And then Christine Durling is escorting the August 23rd trip. She's super excited about it. And there are 7 people booked on that trip. So we have plenty of seats left. So if you don't get on the July trip, definitely join us on August 23rd. Like I said, this trip sold out last year. It was highly, highly rated. So we brought 2 departures for you this year. So hopefully one of those dates works for you, and you'll find interest in going on this Adirondacks trip. Does anybody have any questions about that trip? Awesome. Awesome. You guys are so good. All right. Let's see. I think if I just saw Chris Corcos just joined us. Chris is our travel advisor for cruise and fly trips. And then Sandy Gallucci, who you met earlier tonight, also is a travel advisor for cruise and fly trips. So they're working hard behind the scenes to make sure we bring the best trips to you and you have the best experiences. So I'm super excited to talk about this new trip. We have not done a trip to Jamaica, and as long as I can remember, maybe never. And it's an all-inclusive. So I'm a huge fan of this tour myself, if you can't tell. So we're going to Jamaica. We're going in July. You know, it's a good time of year. Lots of teachers are off, and you could bring the family if you wanted. Just something to change the scenery. The weather is beautiful there. Yes, it's warm, but there's lots of air-conditioned locations and lots of shady areas. It is all inclusive. These rates here do include the airfare. So you can see that there's a great value in this program. 6 days, 5 nights, all meals, the transfers, and of course the airfare. So I will let Sharon take it away from here.
So Riu Palace is one of the most how should I say, one of the most exciting places that we have found in Jamaica. They make you feel like you're at home, but yet you feel like you're, you know, part of the royal family. They treat everyone well. They're attentive to everyone, and the scenery and the property is magnificent. So when you get that getaway, that's where this is one of the trips you want to check out. And at just a mere $549 a day per person, all in, this is just a great buy. It really is. So for day one, we always include the Club Mobe when you get to Jamaica. So when you get to the airport in Jamaica and you land in Montego Bay, as a group, you're taken over to the Mobe area in the airport. So it is kind of like a separate area, but they have staff there, obviously, and you can see just by that little picture there, kind of where it's you know, very first class. So they will help you get your luggage. They will help you with your customs and immigration information that you need once you arrive in Jamaica. So it's just a very short ride. Once everybody's together and everything is ready to go, then they will take you over to the resort from this part of the airport. Here you will see a picture of one of the rooms. We do offer the rooms that are both either oceanfront or terrace view. So they all have beautiful views. This is more like a standard room. So two queen size beds. All the rooms do have free Wi-Fi. They all have easy accessibility, so you can step out onto your private balcony or your area off of the outside of your room. You can sit outside. There are chairs out there to enjoy the outside as well, in like a little private setting, rather than being out into the main part of the resort. So you can see modern amenities. Everything is really just crisp and clean. All meals and drinks are included, as Sandy said before. And that does include room service. So if you get up in the morning and you decide, oh, I just want to have my coffee and my Danish out on my little porch here, they'll bring it to you. So like I said, you're treated kind of like royalty. So whatever you wish is their command. Your command is what they live for there. So days 2 through 5, it's on your own. So we don't schedule anything set in stone like a normal motor coach itinerary. So you're just free to do the things that you want to do at your own pace. And like we said before, everything is included, all meals, all drinks. There are non-motorized activities available. So if you choose to do like kayaking or snorkeling, they do have all of those that equipment there for you to use free of charge. And you can see, you know, it's very close to the ocean. So a lot of people just spend the day soaking up the sun and just relaxing by the ocean. It really is a true magnificent getaway, I must say.
Yeah, you can see, you know, the hotel, you can see kind of the lanai area. And you know, the pool, the beach, just extremely relaxing. Easy peasy. You
Right.
deserve it, right? Everyone
And
deserves
it is kind of like in an area that, and I don't want to say like quarantined off, but it is a set area. So when you're in the resort, you do really feel like you are in a resort area. So it's kind of enclosed. You got private beach, you know, so it's not like feel like you're staying like, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but Disney World, where there's, you know, overrun of people. It is really exclusive and it is kind of quiet. So very relaxing atmosphere.
Yeah, it's not a public beach. It's for sure a private beach, and it's very safe. This area is very safe. I would absolutely bring my family here and vacation here. So there's no worries for sure once you're here.
Definitely. Definitely.
This trip just, I don't think I've mentioned it. There won't be a tour director on this trip for you. So we'll put the trip together. You'll fly over, you'll be met at Club Montego Bay. They take care of everything. And since it's not your typical motor coach trip with off and on the bus, and so you're kind of on your own here. Of course, you know, God forbid you need us for whatever reason, we're a phone call away, but I am sure that you won't want to talk to us, that you'll just be relaxing and having a great time. So again, not your typical motor coach trip. Definitely kind of a different experience for sure. And you'll be chilling on your own.
There are optional excursions that you can book while you're there. They do have a great concierge desk. So there are local things to see and do. One of my favorite things to do in this area when we go is go over to Dunn's River Falls. That's the picture on the right there where you actually climb up the falls. Have had lots of great memories there with our family. So that's just a great time. There is snorkeling with dolphins. There's shopping excursions. So there's just a lot of other things to do and see that they offer right from the resort that you can take advantage of as well.
And I think at one point you mentioned family and I mentioned family. I just want to make it clear the resort is an 18 and older resort. So you won't see any kids or hear any kids running around. So it's a really nice adults only resort because in the summer, you know, you might get that with lots of kids hanging around. Again, this is an adults only resort. So I think that, and we picked it because of that for sure. One of the many reasons we picked that resort.
So this slide shows the great opportunity you have for culinary exploration, if you will, within the resort. Again, all your meals are included. So one night you might want to go Japanese steakhouse. One night you might want to have Italian. If you like sushi, they have great sushi bars there. So whatever you're into each day, you get to choose, which is kind of nice too, because it's, you know, not everybody wakes up and says, oh, I want to eat this today, or, you know, everybody likes something different. So great opportunities to explore. Again, like Sandy said, adult only. So when you go to dinner, it is a very nice atmosphere, usually quiet, and, you know, you can enjoy your meal. So great areas. And you'll see in the one picture in the bottom there, they do have some that are like outdoor dining as well. So that's always an option too. Can always have a romantic dinner by the beach if you so choose.
Love it.
All right, so more areas to enjoy the resort. You'll see the pools. My favorite area are those shallow sides of the pools where they have those chairs where you can just kind of sit and the water's on you, but you're not like under the water, so it keeps you cool. So just again, you know, and they do have staff on these areas as well. So while you're laying there, you just kind of, you know, get somebody and they'll bring you a drink. So again, trying to make sure that you're relaxing and having a great time, and they're there to wait on you.
I love it. Here's the swim up bar right here too.
Up bar, yeah, exactly. So this is exciting. There's it's a phenomenon type thing in Montego Bay area. So the plankton that's in the water, because the water is so crystal clear, there are times that at night it kind of like radiates and glistens in the water. So the plankton kind of like gets like radioactive, if you will, and it throws off these colors. It's really, really something to see, and it's pretty. And I don't know that it happens anywhere else except in Montego Bay area. I've never heard of it happening anywhere else in the world. So something for you to look in at nighttime. And as that slide also indicates, you know, there's horseback riding. As I mentioned before, there's swimming with the dolphins. So if you're an outdoor person, there's something for you as well. Then on day 6, everything must come to an end. So you have to head back to the airport. Again, we use Club Mo Bay. So you get to go there while you're waiting for your flight. There's options to have some beverages, some light foods and snacks. There's comfortable seating areas. They again will help you with all of your paperwork that you need to do claims or anything like that. And then you just board the flight for home right from there. So this is just something that we add in that really makes the trip, I think, extra special.
Yeah, sometimes, fly trips, it's a little bit, it can be a busy day when you're flying, and going to Club Mo Bay kind of starts your vacation a little bit earlier and ends your vacation a little bit later. So it's a win-win for sure, for sure. Great talk about our Jamaica trip. If you don't like traveling in larger groups, this is the trip for you. We have 6 people booked on this trip so far. There's no minimum needed, so those 6 people are going to go and have a great time. If you want to join them, join them. We have room for you. The trip doesn't depart until July. So you have some time to sort of look forward to it. We do still have space on it. Like I said, there's no tour director. It's just a wonderful package that we've put together for you at a great hotel, with this great Club Mo Bay program, and we include transportation, etc. Great job talking about this resort that has so many different aspects. Does anybody have any questions for Sharon about the Riu Palace? Amazing. All right, so let me just go. Just going back to, thank you so much to Gail who put in the chat. I love that you're multitasking. The Cardinals are going to be in St. Louis, the exact dates that were there. So you may actually get to pick up a game if you'd like to do that. So another reason to I guess the one night we do have free, so we'll have to check on that one night, because you have the concerts on the first 2 nights in St. Louis, but you have that 3rd night free. And who knows, maybe it's a late afternoon game one day, but yeah. So Denise is somebody asked me, the trip to St. Louis, if we leave from Ohio, how do we get there from New Jersey? I think I know what you're asking. So all of these trips pick up at our regular pickup location. So in New Jersey, you can choose Hamilton, Cherry Hill, Woodbridge, Toms River, Wall Township. And you pick up the bus at one of our centrally located spots. You can leave your car there, get dropped off there, and then you'll join the trip at that time. If you want to meet us in Pennsylvania, we'll pick up in Bensalem or Northeast Philly, South Philly, Chester, we get everybody on that bus the first day, and then we head out to Ohio, and that's where we'll spend our first night, and then we'll make our way to St. Louis from there. So, and if you go to our website, startours.com, you can see all of the locations that we depart from for our trips. So hopefully that explains it. Let's see. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Well, you met Sandy and Samantha earlier. Just reminding you that there's 2 ways to book your trip. You can call our travel advisors, or you can book online. I will tell you, as I sort of mentioned at the very beginning, I think before I started recording, we are in the middle of transitioning from our old tour software that's 26, 27 years old, to our new tour software. So actually we've got a new website coming up, and we're kind of in this transition mode now. So might be easier to give us a call when you're ready to book. But the cool thing that's coming up is cruise and fly trips never used to be able to be booked online. Now you'll be able to book them online. So if you decide at 11 p.m. that you want to go to Jamaica, you can go to Jamaica. You can book it right then and there. You don't have to wait till 8:30 in the morning or 9 in the morning to call Chris or Sandy. You can book right then and there from the comfort of your living room. Just a reminder, I always want you to keep up with Star Tour Tuesdays. Of course, this is our official April Tour Tuesday. However, we have a special edition Tour Tuesday next Tuesday, and we're going to be joined by Jean Gray, and we're going to be talking about our cross-country 2024 trip. So any of you that have ever went on a cross-country or are thinking about a cross-country, whether it's this year or next year or in the future, you don't want to miss this special Tour Tuesday that is geared to our cross-country trips. Jean is super excited that will be an understatement. And then on May 7th, that's our scheduled May Tour Tuesday. We're going to be talking about riding the rails, our Frank Lloyd Wright and Flight 93 trip, and our solo traveler experiences. For sure, follow us on Facebook. If you are a solo traveler or thinking of traveling by yourself, join our Facebook group that is called Stars Solo Travelers. And again, if you're interested in traveling cross-country, join our cross-country, our Stars Cross-Country Travelers Facebook group. Of course, I'm just going to skip right to our gift card winner, and I will tell you that our gift card winner, by the way, we're going to try to call you tomorrow, but if we don't call you, call us, because it might be that there's 2 of you out there, or we can't find your phone number in our old system, new system. And our winner is Eric Stott. Eric, let's see if Eric's still on the call. He's waving. There you go. Congratulations, you have won a $25 gift card for any tour of your choice. So I hope I pronounced your last name right. Stout. Okay.
Stout, Sandy. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Good. Congratulations. Anybody have any questions for me about these 3 trips that we talked about, or about anything else that you think might be good for the group, or you're just dying to know?
Sandy, how long's the flight from Philadelphia to Jamaica? How long's
The flight to Jamaica, that's a great question. Hold on one second. There's just I gotta figure out, okay, just trying to get rid of the talk back here. Chris or Sharon, do you guys know off the top of your head?
I want to say hold on, I'm just double checking it here.
And I can look, I think we have flights. I'm checking as well.
Yeah, so it's just shy of about 3 hours.
That's easy peasy. Super
three
easy.
and a half. Yeah.
And actually, while I'm here, let me share this with you. Let me do a little share screen. So I'm on the Star website, and I made my way to the Jamaica page. So I went to tours, and I could either type in Jamaica, or I could go into our fly vacations. And I scrolled down, and I went into the need to know section. And this tells us a lot about the details of this trip, the deposit, the cancellation penalties. Here we are with our flight schedule. So the flight departs at 8:50 in the morning, arrives Montego Bay, Jamaica at 11:40 a.m. So just under 3 hours. And then we'll leave to come home at 12:40 p.m. We'll arrive at 5:20 p.m. So again, this information is here for you should you want that. So thank you for the opportunity to let me show you where to find that. Any other questions? Okay. Well, I hope to see you all next Tuesday for our special edition of Tour Tuesday, cross country special edition. And then of course in May. And I am going to thank you in advance for your patience while we make our transition from our 26-year-old tour software to our brand new tour software that we'll be adopting over the next few months. So thank you in advance for your patience. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week or in May. Thank you so much for coming, Sharon. Fourth time is a charm. Great job.
Thank
Or is
you.
it fifth? No, I can't remember. It's the Five Timers Club. Are you in the Five Timers Club yet?
Not yet, not yet.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for
All
coming.
right.
Congratulations,
Good
Eric,
night.
on your win.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll see
you.
everybody
Very
soon.
interesting. I'm gonna try to sign up for next week.
You got it. You can do it.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.